After MBA, this was my first job. So I got into BSNL after junior engineer entrance exam. After some time, I was doing my work as an engineer. I was doing their work on the managerial part. So I thought, okay, if I can explore that would be a good thing. So, and then I got to know about FMS, and that suddenly became my dream college.
I was working with Blue Star for almost 2 years after my engineering. And then I went to XLRI for my MBA in HR, and I did internship with JSW, and I ended up getting an offer. And I've been here since 3 years now. I've handled 2 roles. My first role when I joined JSW initially was with the HR digital team. And after that, I shifted to the performance and rewards COE, and that is my portfolio right now.
When I was there during the launch, so when I would see a CRO go into a counter, so they treat them like a very typical salesperson. But then once they hear that, okay, you're from JSW Group, I could see the expression change, and I could see the bit of respect for that person. He'll ask them to sit and talk and try to figure out what he has to say. So that's when I was pleasantly surprised, because in paints we are talking about a very saturated market here. So then there are lots of big players. So I did have my worry as to how we are going to expand and place our products there in such a state. But then when people heard that we are from the JSW Group, I could see that there was a trust there. That particular customer we've been following up for more than 2 years, and that guy was completely, unknown to the brand, because he was not knowing JSW and all. He was completely, and after 2 years of follow-up, right, the guy came on boarded, and he has been part of many loyalty programs and all, and he admired the efforts of my team, the consistency, and then so many things about the way we have onboarded him from the very start, right, of professional personal friend. Best learning, if I talk about, is the team management, right? Sales is all about people, and because you don't have that drone system to monitor their activities. So if you have that trust built up, right, and they have the faith in your leadership, whatever you are asking, your followers, they are reporting honestly, that is the main thing. And as on personal aspect, sales would prepare you for anything uncertain.
Listening to it feels very simple that there are some people in a company who are doing sales work and they need to be rewarded. But a lot of intricacies are involved. The factors that we can play around with to nudge their behavior in a particular direction, that's where the fun is actually. JSW being a manufacturing company, our implementation has to be solid, because whatever design we'll be doing will mostly get implemented for all 25 to 30,000 of our population. So that kind of impact analysis needs to be done. We are trying to go completely digital. Our entire hire to retire cycle is happening digitally, which until a couple of years ago, it wasn't the case. But in the past few years, we have made tremendous progress. So very recently, last year, we have implemented a comp planning tool, where the entire planning for our increment cycle, for our promotions, for the budgeting, which involves a really complex, almost more than 100 variables are there. The compositioning of somebody, their variable positioning, their targets based on the levels, and since we have almost 50 to 60 entities, so their structures, etc. All of that is now happening in that tool. So that was actually a very interesting project that I did.
Things have become easy. It's become smoother. It's become more streamlined. Like my CROs have the data at the tip of their fingers. External stakeholders they have the data. The necessary ones at the tip of their fingers. So I think overall it's something which helps with the transparency and trust also. And I think that was something which was necessary, and it took a little bit of time. But right now the stage we are in, I think we are at a fair good stage. best way to start off with it is to have a very open mind. You should not have any assumptions as to what you know will work and what you know will be the answer. You need to have a very open mind and just go with the flow. Just be on the ground as much as possible, because there is where the answers lie, and your the research actually becomes more productive if you're on ground the most.
In solving whatever the case study is given to them, their research has to be very thorough and detailed. And once they have that mountain of data, they need to convert it into few insights, which are few powerful insights. And since it's a very aggressive organization, you should not shy away from going for a radical idea. But at the same time, you need to have a very solid execution plan for its backing. So anything that we do, we really focus on execution, because primarily we are a capacity driven organization, and that is where our strength lies.